Hello everyone, it's Maria here with you, and I am back today for CC Designs. We are going to create this autumn themed card showcasing the Tiny Autumn stamp set and coordinating dies from the September release. This 4x6 stamp set has a lot of cute images, but for today's card, I'm going to use the owl and the pumpkin. To begin, let's stamp the images on Nina Solar white cardstock using Rich Cocoa Memento ink, and I stamped the images a few times because I like to have some extra images just in case I didn't color it right the first time. You can also purchase the coordinating dies, they are available. And now we are going to color the images with Spectrum Noir dry blend markers. These are my go-to markers, especially when I'm filming videos because they're 3-in-1 and you don't have to have a lot of markers on your desk while you're filming. So if you would like to see the coloring, I left it here because I know some of you would like to see it, but you can totally skip this part if you don't want to see the coloring. So I'll just put some music on and I'll be right back after the coloring is done. So now that the images have been colored, I am using this stencil set from my stash. We are going to use the mask to mask off the moon and going to use some Distress Oxide inks. I have an A2 size of Bristol Smooth white cardstock, and we're just going to start with Wilted Violet, and then I'm going to add some shading to this with Faded Jeans, and then a couple of some orangey colors like the Dried Marigold and Fossilized Amber. I wasn't really concerned about the bottom part of this card because I was going to cover it anyway with black cardstock, but I still wanted a little bit of some orangey color there just because I wanted that glow. Next is to use the Distress Sprayer to spray some water on the background and then picked up the excess with some paper towel and then add some black dots using Black Soot Distress ink. So I was just spraying it there and then I picked up the excess with some paper towel. And to give this card a little bit more of like this spooky vibe, I'm going to use the stencil again to add some clouds to the moon, just so it looks so eerie a little bit. And then to cover the bottom part of this cardstock, we are going to use a die from my stash, and I die cut another black cardstock with the border die, and we are just going to adhere this piece at the bottom of our card. Since there are so many layers on this card, I didn't really want more dimensions, so I'm just adhering this with liquid glue. And as I was working on the card, I realized that if I adhere the pumpkin at the bottom with the black cardstock, it's just going to bug me a little bit because of the white lines. So I decided to fussy cut the pumpkins with my precision snips. So now this is like a last minute detail. I decided to use some white pigment ink to add a little bit of white to the black cardstock, just so it looks like the moon is glowing since there's a really big moon in the background. And then adhere the pumpkins also with liquid glue. We are going to finish the design by adding some stars to the background for added interest. And that pretty much is our card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. The supplies I use will be listed and linked in the description box. Please consider subscribing to this channel and click the notification bell to be notified of new content from this channel. I'd also be super grateful if you can kindly give this video a thumbs up if you liked the project today. Thanks again for joining me, and happy crafting!